Hey guys, it's Jan. Happy St. Patrick's Day. So today I wanted to do a what's in my makeup bag video. And I have to make this kind of quick because I have company coming over, but there's a little bit of a lull in the house right now. The kids are playing Wii. Everyone's occupied, and I'm hoping that I can get this done. So we'll see. So my makeup bag is kind of unique. I don't see anyone with this. If anyone has this on YouTube and has done a review of it, I just didn't research it before I started this video, so I wouldn't know. But it's the makeup bag by Trish McEvoy, and it's called the Makeup Planner. And I've had this for about 6 years now, and you can see it's getting kind of worn on the sides, but I'm very reluctant to throw this out because I think this is a really fabulous idea in terms of compartmentalization and keeping everything in its place. So it's the Trish McEvoy Makeup Planner, and I got this at Nordstrom. I don't even know if they carry it anymore. I haven't had the need to look, but since it's getting kind of beat up looking, I hope they do. So let me show you what it is. Now on this side here is your basic, what looks like a compartment of a makeup bag. I don't want to lose everything, but it's kind of packed. But I'll take that out and I'll show you what I have in here. But what it does have here is on the side a little area there, as you can see, that you can stick things there as well as the big side there. So it's dual-ended. Let me take some stuff out because I can see that's going to fall. So it's dual-zippered, rather, two sides. And on the other side is what sold me on it at the time, and I still like it. I mean, I still utilize it. But I learned a very important lesson in carrying certain items on this side. So what this side has is a palette that is magnetized, very similar to the MAC Pro palette. As you can see, it's Trish McEvoy. I have a couple of Trish McEvoy eyeshadows in there along with some MAC shadows. Now, what I did was I used this palette up. I've had this for years now, and I used the original colors that were in here because you could see they were labeled with the names on the back. And I took out the grid, and I just kept the magnetized palette, and I've been putting magnetized colors in there for years now. It's been mostly Trish McEvoy, but I said, let me try a MAC shadow, and it works brilliantly, so I love it. So I carry some MAC shadows. Now when I've gone on vacation for short trips, weekend trips, I have taken only just this because you can fit ideally about 12 shadows in here. And it's great, and you can have as many of these palettes in here as you want. And you can see it works on a binder system, so this is kind of like, you know, the old-fashioned loose leaf binder. And I think it's just a fabulous idea. And keeping everything tidy and handy and at your fingertips like this is something that I love. Now on this side here, you can see it goes deep back, and it's got all my brushes, and it's got eyelash curler, and it's got some lip pencils, or maybe not the lip pencils, but it has the eye pencils in there, and I love it. So everything's in its place, and I'm able to just take this and go every day. Do I touch up my eyeshadow during the course of the day? Not really. Maybe my inner corner and maybe my outer edge, but certainly not up here because I use a primer and everything kind of stays put. But should I need to, I have everything at my fingertips. And certainly, like I said, it's a perfect, really great idea to take on vacation. When I go away on vacation, I take a lot of brushes. I take my long handle brushes as well. In the morning when I do my makeup, I don't use these brushes. This just stays in my bag. I may open this up and take out an eyeshadow, but I don't use the brushes on my face in the morning. This is specifically just for my makeup bag. And when I go away too, I can just rely on these brushes, but I take the long handle brushes too. And when I get into my room, I overturn the glass cups for drinking water, and I put all my brushes in there. You know, do I need to take the long handle brushes when I go away on vacation? No, I really don't, but I do because I just use them more than I use these. But this will do the job if I were away. But this is just brilliant. I mean, it's just a really great idea. I don't know who had the idea first of the magnetized palette, to tell you the truth. I've been using this for years. Who knows? But great idea. So I love it, and I'm reluctant to, even though it's getting kind of beat up, reluctant to kind of just throw this away because it is kind of pricey. It is from Nordstrom, and everything is individually priced. So this binder is individually priced as well as all the palettes and the eyeshadows as well. So, but once I discovered my MAC shadows went in there, and I always have MAC as well, I just put my MAC shadows in there. So I'm good to go. All right, let me show you what I have real quickly. because I am making St. Patrick's Day dinner, and I have people coming over, and I don't know how I'm doing this, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to try anyway, see if I can get this up. Let me take out a couple of things that I had in here. My red of choice lipstick right now happens to be Studio Gear, and it's an Audition. It's very similar to Chanel's Mademoiselle, which is a really great color for me, so that I have in here. The other color I have in here is what I spoke of the other day, and it's Blushed by Revlon. It's number 420, and I love it. I think this will go great with every skin tone, so I love that, and that's in here. One of my lip liners, which I always have in my bag, which is Chanel's 03 Sienna, so that's in there. The other lip liner I have always with me is 05 Nude by Chanel. So I can do a nude lip, I can do Blushed and Nude, and I can do Audition and Sienna. So I always have either a nude or a red lip ready to go. My little bronzer that I got, I don't know where I got this from, but probably Sephora, maybe it was a Birchbox, I don't even know. Cargo, I can't even tell you the name on the back because it's just a mess from being on my makeup bag. But it's a really pretty bronzer. I always have a little travel bronzer. This I got in a swap by Lisa D1, and it's the Lip Fusion Lip Balm in Buff. I don't know if you can really tell the colors, but I wasn't planning on doing swatches, but just to show you what I have. So that's a really pretty color. So it's a sheen color of lip balm, so I love that. Always, always, always have Touche Eclat. I have a concealer in here as well, which is my NARS concealer in Vanilla. This would be more for like if I have a flare-up, which I don't really get. I have to say hormonally I may get a pimple or two. Ooh, it just dropped. We'll find that out. Hormonally I may get a pimple or two, and I would put that on if I needed it. But generally if I need any kind of brightening under the eyes, I go for the highlighter by Touche Eclat, and this was NARS Vanilla Concealer. I always have this because I think this works with my skin tone pretty much every year, every season of the year rather, and this is Warm Soul by MAC, and I love this. This is a mineralized blush. That's always in there. I have P2 makeup. I have a lot of it. My mother-in-law's German. She goes to Germany, and I ask her to, pick up some makeup for me. And this is in Nude Feather, and this is just a pressed powder compact, so I always have that in my bag. A Chanel eyeliner, which I use as an eyeliner and lip liner should I need. My Chanel sample of Inimitable Intense, number 10 Noir. I use this for my lower lashes primarily, but if during the course of the day, if I needed to touch up the top for whatever reason, I have a little sample of the Chanel. And I always have NARS Orgasm Lip Gloss because I think it's just a really pretty rosy gold color. And I always have Boscia, however you pronounce it, blotting papers. So that's that side. And now on this side, I have my brushes and my palette. But my brushes are the 224 Short Handle Special Edition. I got this from Nordstrom last year during the holiday season. I ordered two of these, 2 orders of the Special Edition brushes. So I have more, but these are what I have in my makeup bag. So the 224. I have the 187. Should I need to put on a powder highlighter or any kind of mineralized powder, I have this one. This is a really great brush. I love that. This is one of my favorite MAC brushes, short handle or long handle, and it is the 227. So if I'm out during the course of the day and I feel my eyeshadow needs a little blending or a little softer, I can go into a soft color here, which is generally Quarry, and I kind of buff it out with this brush. It's a great brush. I have the blush contour, and it's the 168. I love that brush, so that's good for blush work. And I have the 129, which is a really great all-over powder brush by MAC. Love that. And the 266 is in here as well. So if I need to smoke out a little bit of liner or, dare I say, dab into my carbon, which should not be in here, but I have it in here just to show you what you can fill in here. This is a great brush to do that with. I always have an eyelash curler. I always have tweezers, which that was a matching set from Forever 21. Kind of pretty. Always have my Eye Bright in here by Benefit. I always have my Stila Silver Dollar for my inner corner, which you know I love. I always have a black and a brown eyeliner, and this happens to be Damsel, and this is by Stila, and it is the Smudge Stick waterproof eyeliner, so I always have that. I always have in my bag, and I love this. This is one of my favorite items ever. It's Laura Mercier's Caviar Eye Stick, and this is an amethyst. TT Sandra was tweeting about amethyst and the color, and I told her to get it definitely because it really affords you a beautiful smudgy under eye look. I love it under here, and it's just a real sexy, smudgy, smoked out look, and it's amethyst, so it's kind of a taupey color, but again, it goes with a lot of skin tones. I have Soft Coal Rimmel in 061 Jet Black. I love that. It just happens to be what I have in there, but it works well. And I have a Chanel makeup remover. So if I should need to remove any kind of makeup for whatever reason, I have that. And the colors on this side vary. I do put, different colors in here. But generally I don't have as many as I'm showing you here. I generally just maybe have one or two because I really don't feel the need to touch up my eyeshadow during the day. But again, in going away, I would have this whole thing filled up. I would take more, but I would always have this filled up anyway with at least 8 or 9 shadows. And I have Carbon by MAC, Quarry by MAC. This one is Shroom. This one is probably Floof, so I love that. This one's Embark, Satin Taupe, and these two don't have names on the back, but they're both Trish McEvoy. 2 different colors by her, like a champagne-y color, and that's like a taupey color too. Alright guys, so that's in my makeup bag, and again, the Trish McEvoy Makeup Planner by Nordstrom. Been using it for years, hope they continue to carry it because I could see I'm going to have to replace this, and it's really a worthy investment. So if you can look into this, I would. And that's it. That's all that I carry during the course of the day. In addition to another bag I have in my car which has a lot of sunscreen and a couple other little things, but that's always in my car. I don't know why. Should I ever forget this? I'm never going to forget this, but that's just in my car anyway. So have a wonderful rest of your weekend, guys. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope you enjoy this, and have a great night. Bye.